On today's show, Cooper Flagg is not only clutch, he's one of the most clutch players in the NBA. Talk about that and more things we learned. Today's Locked On Mavs.
This is Cooper Flagg, and you're listening to Locked On Mavs.
I think that's a good question.
Good morning, Isaac. All these changes, I still got my dog, Dwight Powell.
Your daily Dallas Mavericks podcast.
No one's dying.
Part of the Locked On Podcast Network.
Still can't leave.
Your team every day.
I'm going to get a seat like that.
And welcome. You're locked on to the Dallas Mavericks, your team every day. My name is Nick Angstadt, media member covering the Mavs for over 10 years. Thanks for being an everyday or making Locked On Mavs your first listen to the Locked On Podcast Network, the #1 sports podcast network out there. Today's episode is brought to you by FanDuel. If you want to be right in the middle of the action this season, visit FanDuel.com and place your bet on the NFL all season long. Joining me, as always, my co-host, media member covering the Mavs for over 10 years, right alongside me, the learning listener, the one more thinking. What you got for me, Isaac Harris?
Nick, what is your favorite Christmas movie?
Ooh.
I say this because there's a famous Christmas movie. Somebody that's much older than me just told me a few days ago, they're like, hey, I've never seen any of the Home Alones.
Ooh.
I was like, how?
That also happened to me, and I got to introduce this person to Home Alone for the first time. That was great. So I watched Home Alone 1 already.
Okay.
Elf is a big one. My dad loves Elf. We watch Elf a lot.
Elf is
But my
amazing.
favorite Christmas movie of all time,
I'm ready.
is a Muppet Christmas Carol. Classic.
Okay.
Incredible movie.
That's not too bad. I thought you were about to do the whole, it's Die Hard, baby. Die Hard is
It's a
my
Christmas
favorite.
movie. It happens during
I
Christmas.
know. It's like cool. It's a Christmas movie. It's cool. And anyway, I like the Grinch, the original Grinch. I like
the
National
original,
Lampoon.
the cartoon,
I mean,
or
no,
Jim Carrey?
No, Jim Carrey. Jim Carrey. I could go
Dr.
like
Seuss was alive for that one.
I could go scorched earth takes on Jim Carrey as the Grinch is like one of the best acting things I've ever seen.
He should have won an Oscar for it.
I can't tell if you're like joking with me or not.
No, I think he should have. It did come out when I was like 8 years old, but
It's amazing.
For it.
I love that movie.
He's incredible in it. Like, honestly, like, it's just believable and everything.
Yeah.
Today's episode, we're talking about things that we learned. We're talking about things that we learned from the Mavericks so far. I want to talk about Anthony Davis and the Mavs center situation because I think we have learned things about Lively, Gafford, Musa, and Anthony Davis. The only one we haven't learned anything about is Dwight Powell. Ryan Nemhard and the Mavs guards, I think we've learned a lot about that. But the #1 thing I think I've learned about is Cooper Flagg, because Cooper Flagg is clutch. You go through and watch all these games. The Mavs have been in so many clutch games, and they have lost a bunch of them. Now they've won a bunch of them. I think they're 7-11 now in clutch games. And Cooper Flagg is coming up with big buckets in all of these games. And even situations that are not clutch, like the last game against the Heat, where it's the fourth quarter, the Mavs are up by, I think, 6, which doesn't count as a clutch moment. But Cooper Flagg finds a way to get to the basket and score. Should have been an and one, doesn't count as an and one, but still a score. And then again, scores again to make it a 10-point lead, and the Mavericks cruise to the end of that game against the Heat. And it's just one of those where you go, the Mavs down to the wire needed to find somebody to put the ball in their hands and go get a bucket. And it's an 18-year-old in Cooper Flagg. It's not Anthony Davis. It was not Ryan Nemhard, who's come onto the scene. It was not Klay Thompson. It's not, D'Angelo Russell, who they brought in to handle the ball. Like, it's Cooper Flagg. And I think, to me, if we've learned anything about Cooper Flagg, that is one of the most promising things that we've learned about him so far.
Coop in the clutch. I mean, that is the, you can watch as much tape as you want to watch before somebody comes into the league. And you can learn things or form an opinion about a player, but it's hard to know if they got the clutch gene or not. I mean, even though he missed the shot in that final game for Duke in the tournament, it's like they put the ball in his hands. He's like, I'm gonna take the shot. I actually got to go look at it in the paint, and just came up short. But I walked away from that game saying, well, one, I never thought he'd ever be a Dallas Maverick. 2, but I was like, dang, he is the big name, and he wanted the ball, and he went and had the moment there and just missed the shot. But the clutch moment or the clutch points has been thrown around a lot. But just a reminder for total clutch points in the league right now, it's SGA, Cade Cunningham, Tyrese Maxey, Cooper Flagg, and James Harden. And when I first hear those, I look at him like, well, they played the most clutch games because Dallas has played 16 clutch games.
Yeah, he's played 71 minutes and SGA's only played 53, and you're like, okay, well.
Yeah, but it's like, I mean, Cade Cunningham has played like 14 clutch games. Tyrese Maxey's played in 14 clutch games. Cooper's at 16. It's not like that Cooper Flagg is at 16 clutch games and the next one after that is at like, 5.
Yeah.
And it's like, oh, that's how he's up here with all. I mean, SGA's clutch stuff is pretty crazy at his points and all of that. But it's beyond the points. I think when you think about somebody being a clutch player, you think of. I feel like the first year that came out, the clutch player award. I think De'Aaron Fox won it back a long time ago, and which is just a dumb award, but.
But now you're going to validate it by
No, but I'm trying to say of like, it feels like anytime you talk about somebody being clutch, it's just, all right, who's hit the buzzer beater?
Yeah.
It's like, oh, okay, cool. Like they hit the shot at the buzzer, which is awesome. And we haven't technically got that from Cooper yet, but it's all the stuff that he does in the clutch. It is the defense. It's going for the steals. It's, not settling for bad shots. Like there's hardly any times in the clutch this season to where, I mean, I'm literally trying to think of it in my head of like, and I'm not trying to be biased about it or hyperbolic about it, but it's like, I don't remember a clutch moment where I'm like, dang, Cooper, like bad decision, or you forced that one. Like there's just not a ton of those. He just makes the right play. He's aggressive. He gets to the rim. He wants the free throws because he's a good free throw shooter. It's the number one thing about this Mavs season that I've learned is, oh crap. Like he's one of those dudes in the clutch already at 18. And I think the clutch, like buzzer beater shots, it's just a matter of time, not if.
And you got to think about what clutch means. It's under 5 minutes, within 5 points. These are tight moments where you have a veteran team, a team that has had several different kinds of clouds hanging over them at various points in the season. The starting really bad, the Nico thing, like everything hanging over, the injuries hanging over their head. And like he is the one being trusted in these moments. It's not like he's racking up garbage time points where there's no tension. There's no like stakes at the moment. All of these points, all 52 of these points that he's had, there's stakes in the moment where you're close in these games. And yeah, the Mavs have lost 11 of them. They've lost the most clutch games in the NBA. And this is one of the reasons why you say, man, rookies don't lead to winning. But then you look at what Cooper Flagg is doing and you say, man, well, this rookie is actually impacting winning and helping the Mavericks get there. And now over these last 3 games, we've seen Ryan Nemhard and Cooper Flagg really impact winning in a lot of different ways.
Yeah, and now that we've seen, it's like, hey, we didn't learn that he's a good defensive player. Like we've seen that, we knew that about him.
Yeah, we assumed. Yeah.
Yeah, there's different things like that, but one of the things that I've learned about him too is, and I mentioned this before, but just the processing IQ, and I think that just comes with like us watching every minute of his career so far, and it's just 22 games, 21 games, but it's like. That part has surprised me too, of just how smart of a player he is and how fast he picks up things and just the mistakes thing. I know I said it in the clutch stuff, but like he has turnovers, but it's not like he's always going to the right spot or doing the right thing. It feels like, and that part is just like, dude, like talking about a consistent trust in him with that. And I'll add a small thing too. And this is honestly just over the past 2 games, is when they've had AD at the 5, they've played Cooper at the 4 a decent amount of time. And the 4 has been, I mean, seeing Cooper, I put this note down the other night in that second game the AD played in, is Cooper at the 4 with shooting and spacing around him. That's the part that I'm like, oh, we haven't got to see Cooper at the 4 much because PJ's been playing. And that's been kind of like one of the only positives about PJ being out is Cooper's had to play the 4. And it's like, oh, well, this is really cool seeing Cooper out there with just a 5-man and AD with spacing and other playmakers on the floor. So I hope we get to see a little bit more of Cooper at the 4.
I hope so too. That's another thing that I've learned that we'll get to a little bit later. But coming up, we've learned a lot about the Mavs guard situation and learned a lot about Ryan Nemhard. What is that? Talk about that and more coming up. Locked On Mavs. Today's episode of Locked On Mavs brought to you by DoorDash. DoorDash in your bag all season long. The season's heating up. I guess it will be heating up until it's done. DoorDash has a way to keep fans in their bag the whole season through. Whether you're watching highlights, the tunnel fits, or just your favorite player like Cooper Flagg, DoorDash makes the entire season more fun because every player has their bag. With DoorDash, fans have one too. DoorDash keeps your snacks sorted, your gear fresh, and your watch party vibes absolutely on point. I can 100% read. I promise you, DoorDash. There are nights when your team stresses you out. Let DoorDash become your post-game therapy. Sometimes you need a dessert now, and you can get that with DoorDash. You can get all kinds of different stuff as well. If the group chat says pull up, DoorDash make sure that you show up prepared, snacks, cups, even a phone charger for the friend who always is at 2%. From tip-off to overtime, stay in your bag and order on DoorDash. Get snacks, drinks, gear, all kinds of stuff you can get delivered with DoorDash. It's not just food anymore. Whatever gets you through the season, delivered right to your door. DoorDash in your bag all season long.
Shut it down! Let's go home!
Thanks for hanging out with us on Locked On Mavs, being part of the show, part of the Raccoon Squad, listening every day. Appreciate each and every one of you for checking out the show. If you've sent us your Spotify Wrapped, and we're in your Spotify Wrapped or your YouTube recap or whatever the heck Apple does, they don't do one for podcasts, I don't think. You're part of the Raccoon Squad if you have us on your Wrapped or your recap or whatever. And we appreciate each and every one of them that comes in. Thank you so much for doing that.
Somebody on YouTube said 416. All right.
There was some, yeah. So somebody said that they watched 416 videos, which means that they've watched more than the ones we've put out so far this year. Because I think we've put out like 370.
They went back in time.
They must have gone back or watched some more than once. I don't know what they did, but we appreciate all of them. So subscribe to the text line. Check the link in the description, or text the number in the description as well. Check the QR code for ways to get to the text line. All right, Isaac, we're talking about things that we've learned so far about the Dallas Mavericks. Give me something you've learned about the Mavs.
Do you want to go positive or negative?
Give me something positive for now.
All right, positive.
We're on a 3-game win streak. Let's keep the vibes high.
Well, I mean, if we're talking about things that are
Until the end of the show.
third segment, we'll
break everybody down.
We'll throw some negatives out there. I mean, Ryan Nemhard is the best point guard on the team.
Mine literally says Ryan Nemhard is the Mavs' best option at guard until Kyrie comes back.
Yeah, outside of Kyrie, obviously.
That's literally it.
You know, I think before the season we did like the superlatives, and we did who's going to be, you know, the Moses Brown, who's the Moses Brown award, to where
Yes.
like the fans on the internet are like just crying out for the end of the bench guy. Like, dude, it'd be all different if we just played him. He would be the guy. Nemhard was my choice in that, but it was more for like. Because he's like fun and it's just a natural thing. If a smaller guard does really well, they're going to be a fan favorite, because I think ultimately fans just relate with the smaller guards because we're not, 6'9", or most of us are not, or 6'7". And I was waiting for it. Thank you.
You're welcome.
But no, I think he's just. I get it's a very small sample size. We're looking at 3 games. All right. We need more games before we declare him to be a, Hall of Famer. But I just think what you want him, or what you want from that spot right now, is what he's bringing. It's the playmaking, it's the quickness and getting the offense, just keeping it going. And he's making his shots. I mean, that's the biggest thing right now is, He is hitting the open threes in a weird way. If you like put on drunk goggles and you're just like, oh, I can't see and everything's like blurry. You have like a Dollar General Chris Paul and Kyrie Irving with Brandon Williams and Ryan Nemhard. And so, and it's, yeah, I think you get the floor general that you're getting in Ryan Nemhard. I think he's the best option right now.
Is that worse than my giraffe analogy from the other day? They dropped Cooper Flagg into the season. The drunk goggles. It is. I mean, they are kind of like that. Like you get Kyrie light and you get Chris Paul light between the two of them. Would Ryan Nemhard would we be talking about Ryan Nemhard as much, or would he be as effective, or would we be as confident in him if he had missed some more shots? Like, is it really?
6'2"? No.
Is it? Well, I mean, but is it really just he's hit shots, and once he stops hitting shots, are we going to talk? Because the defense has not been like even solid. I mean, that's something that we'll definitely have to keep monitoring going forward. It's something that he's going to struggle with for sure. But
it would definitely have a huge dent into the momentum right now because teams have been leaving him open, and that's been their choice of like, oh, okay, we can sag off this guy, and he's hitting them. I mean, imagine if those were like clanking right now. You'd still have the assist, and he's still like keeping the ball moving, and it's a flowing offense, and it's just more fun. I mean, they're trying to play at a faster pace and everything, so he would still have that, but it wouldn't be as there wouldn't be Brunson, Cooper, Brunson and Luka memes right now with Cooper and Nemhard if he wouldn't hit shots.
I've heard a lot of JJ Barea comps. Did you see my post about JJ Barea and Nemhard today?
I did not, but I'm going to do one more thing this week on comps for him.
JJ Barea. So Ryan Nemhard has had 17 points, 4 assists in a game, 8 and 3, 28 points and 10 assists, 15 points and 13 assists. That's his last 4 games. Those are his 7th, 8th, 9th, and 10th career games so far. Okay, so he's 10 games into his career.
Yeah.
JJ Barea didn't have a 15-point game until career game 31. He didn't have a 17-point game until career game 36. When do you think JJ Barea had a 28-point game in his career?
Oh, I don't know, like year 7.
335. So yeah, like 4 or 5 years into his career, it took him to get to that point. He had a 10 assist game, career game 39, and he didn't have a 13 assist game until 345 games into his career. Like Ryan Nemhard has already done stuff that JJ Barea, it took him like 4 or 5 years to get to. So if that's your comp for him, and you're like, man, he kind of reminds me of that. Like there also is a lot of time between where Ryan Nemhard is right now and when we see the fully realized Ryan Nemhard too. Yeah,
I mean, imagine the Heat getting torched by a small guard the other night.
Oh,
I know.
That feels good.
I'm like, good. Dang, it's happening.
Beating
again?
the Heat with a 5'10" guy, I mean, in 2011 and in 2025, still feels the same.
Feels great.
Not exactly the same. But. Yeah, that's one of the things I learned is that Ryan Nemhard's the best option at guard. And I think we also learned that D'Angelo Russell is part of that equation in that he is not the best option.
We're not doing negatives right now.
Kid has been playing him off the ball and was playing him next to Brandon Williams, playing him next to Nemhard. Like that's the role that Kid has decided to play.
Kid's like, please do not handle the ball. Just be a spot up shooter.
Honestly, that's the thing that he's decided to do.
Yeah.
That's what I've learned about him.
Oh, well, in that same vein, something I've learned, Caleb Martin isn't good.
That experience has been like the whole thing of going back to the Quentin Grimes trade was like, well, at least they have a player. At least they have an NBA player in that spot. And like, you don't right now, the way he's playing.
Yeah,
I still don't think it's 3 minutes the other night and got a tech and missed a bunny at the rim and I got another foul. You're like,
I still don't think it's like, hey, the worst decision right behind Luka that Nico ever made, or like one of the worst decisions in franchise history. I don't think it's like some people like took it to that level.
We can count those up.
But I will eat some crow a little bit of I was more like neutral on it of like, hey, they didn't want to get up to this number for Grimes, and Grimes clearly wants a high number.
Yeah.
They still didn't figure out in Philly. And I just kind of looked at it and was like, hey, Caleb Martin can come in and be this 3-and-D type of dude and doesn't have the ceiling of a Quentin Grimes, but he makes like $8-9 million. Okay. Like, so I mean, I kind of get it. It's kind of probably around the number they wanted to get Grimes for, and he can come in and kind of do majority of that, but not have the scoring ceiling as Grimes. Yeah. That's just a no. Like I mean, I've just learned that he just seems like, I don't know. Is the confidence gone?
I mean, the confidence is gone.
Is it feels like the shot form changes sometimes and there's like more of a hitch than there is like, oh, okay. And it's like, are you releasing it on the way down when you jump at time? I don't understand him right now.
I'm not a shot doctor, but when the hitch is in your feet and it's not like in your arms, I don't know. I don't know what.
Or in both. It's like, are your legs are coming up and it's like both at the same.
How many games has it been since Caleb Martin hit a 3?
Oh gosh, 1894.
16 games. He's hit 1 3 all year. He's 1-11 so far this season.
1 3. That's insane.
It's insane that he hit one. To be honest, if you watch it, yeah, that has been a bad experience watching basketball for sure.
I didn't think he would be starting, but I thought he would be better than this. And
That'd
so
be a viable
therefore,
role player.
yeah, therefore it is something that I've learned about him.
Yeah. Slightly and I were talking about him the other day, and we're like, he could have been Eastern Conference Player of the Year in the Eastern Conference playoffs, like not that long ago.
Oh yeah,
Like what did the Larry Bird Trophy?
that Miami run was insane.
He legit could have gotten that award, and now we're talking like that's 3 years ago.
What happened there? Were you a Monstar? Like that he just
Must
like
have been. Oh,
I don't.
it's something with Miami. Like Davion Mitchell like bounces around, and then all of a sudden he goes to Miami and he's starting.
Yeah.
Wild. Coming up, I think we've learned a lot about the Mavs bigs, and I think we learned one very important thing about Anthony Davis we've already kind of talked about. Get into that. Today's episode of Locked On Mavs brought to you by FanDuel. FanDuel Sportsbook, all kinds of props and odds, things that you can use to get in on the action, especially when it comes to NFL Sundays. They move fast. One big play, suddenly everything feels so different. Momentum shifting everywhere. That's what makes live betting with FanDuel so exciting. You're not just watching the game, you're reacting to it in real time. You have to make quick decisions. You have to do the right thing. With FanDuel, you can place bets on as the action unfolds, every drive, every momentum swing, every highlight moment, every moment of your life. Live betting is the best when the game starts to shift, a receiver gets hot, a defense tightens up, or momentum flips after the Ravens turn it over 5 times in a game against your team. So if you want to be right in the middle of the action this season, visit FanDuel.com. Place your NFL live bets all season long. FanDuel, the game moves fast, and so can you.
Shut it down! Let's go home!
All right, Isaac, let's talk about some more things we've learned so far from the Dallas Mavericks. We've learned about Cooper Flagg being clutch and just being good all over the place. Who has had more points total through 22 games in their career? Cooper Flagg or LeBron James?
Cooper Flagg.
Cooper Flagg is correct. In 100 less minutes so far.
Washed king.
Wild stat. Washed from 18.
Is that your king?
Do you want to talk about LeBron missing that play the other day when he was talking to the bench? Do you want to just, because that, I'm sure you just delighted in that moment.
Of course I delighted in it. Yeah. The people who try to convince us all that he's been a good defensive player for the last 3 years, I'm like, y'all are out of your mind.
Well, he was playing offense, and they called the play for him, and he wasn't paying attention because he was talking to the bench.
He doesn't care right now.
No, he does not.
He's just pissed that it's Luka's team.
I've learned stuff about the Mavs bigs, and the number one thing I've learned is that Anthony Davis needs to play the 5.
You've learned that? Oh, that's new news to you? Well, congrats. How have you learned that? You yourself have said this.
I have said this. I've learned it, and maybe I taught it to myself throughout this time. But you start going through it, and you go, well, they've looked the best when Anthony Davis plays the 5. Lively's injuries. The Mavs had another announcement today, another update, a quote unquote update today. So he's getting more opinions and a second opinion. We're all bracing that he's not going to play the rest of the season. I mean, that's what I'm bracing for. And so I think that is not a viable thing anymore. Gafford goes down with another ankle injury, and I don't think he's been healthy all season long. We just haven't seen the explosiveness from him, the dunks. We just haven't seen any of that from him, and so that's not a viable option at center, even when he comes back from that ankle injury. Musa is viable as to get some minutes, but it's Anthony Davis, and that's the option.
You forgot someone.
All these changes, and I still got my dog Dwight Powell. I still got, you know what I mean? I still DP still in here. So I just what up, bro? He was excited. He like, man, I've been waiting on this. I'm like, you and me both.
And then he was gone.
Here's the thing with Anthony Davis is he's played in 8 games this year so far, and
is that more or less than last year?
As much as he wants to play the 4. This is wild for me. I mean, they've played 23 games? Is that right so far? And he's played in 8. He's played in 8 of them. Minutes with Dereck Lively, 29
total. Well, because even when they were both playing, they didn't do it that much.
Yeah. Minutes with Daniel Gafford.
Quarter and the third quarter. That was it. Minutes with Gafford. I'm gonna go 7.
0. Hasn't even played with him on the floor together at the same time. I actually went back and double checked that on something else just to make sure that I was reading or putting this in right.
Site. You're like,
So 0 minutes with AD and Gafford on the floor together, 29 minutes with AD and Lively on the floor together. I didn't do AD and Dwight Powell minutes together. Sorry.
They have played together though.
I know, but I just didn't.
All these changes.
Oh, sorry.
And it's just wild to think about, right? I mean, a lot of that has to do with that AD only playing in 8 games and then trying to match up like Gafford's missed games, Lively's missed games. And you just haven't got to like see it that much. As much as he claims and clings on to the Lakers championship year of him playing with JaVale and Dwight and them, it has looked different the past 2 games when he's playing the 5 and playing with a point guard. Those are the 2 things we were clamoring for since day one.
Yeah, that's the thing that we've been looking at. We've been waiting for, and then now they finally show it. And all right, they just won 3 games in a row.
Yeah, and they finally did it. And here's something that I think is fascinating to me. So right now, at the beginning of the year, we was saying, dude, they're gonna get 1 million 3-pointers like allowed. The opponents are gonna shoot 1 million threes on them. And you think about it. Because I started thinking about this earlier because I looked up the stat. We thought that they were going to be playing 2 bigs. And it's like, dude, there's no way they're going to be closing out. They haven't been doing it. I just showed you the stats, and they're second in opponent 3-point percentage, and they're second in opponent 3-point attempts. How much of that would be different if they were playing 2 bigs on the floor at all times?
Oh, completely different.
That's what I'm like fascinated by. And it's like the defense is playing really well. Yes. Hello.
Isaac is stiff arming his children.
She's like, "Can I have gum?"
He starts to make a take, and all of a sudden his arm just goes down.
Go eat gum, chew gum. Do not swallow it. Do not swallow it.
And the Mavs are 6th in pace still, so they're still playing fast. So it's not just like, and it's their second in least amount of threes allowed per 100 possessions. So it's like this is efficiency. It's not just like volume.
Yeah. It's not just us too. It's every fan base that he's played for so far that is like, you're a 5. Especially now. Like with the shift that he took with his body from the New Orleans days and adding all this, adding the bulk and I don't want to say extra weight, but just a heavier body. Like that's the route that he took with this part of his career compared to a Tim Duncan or a Dirk and stuff. I know they're later on in their careers and he might do that in a few years, but the way he is now, he is a 5 and he's just not a 4 and they play their best basketball. We've seen some really fun basketball over the past 2 games. This is probably the most enjoyment we've had all season is watching a point guard out there, Nemhard, seeing Cooper play the 4. I wrote down there one of the things of Klay's spacing is so valuable for this team, especially over the past week or so. Ja was calling him a bum, and so many Mavs fans are like, he's washed and at the beginning of the season. But I mean, look over his last like 10 games and look at the threes and efficiency, and it just provides so much spacing out on the floor too. And it's just been a lot of fun over the past 2 games with AD playing the 5, and it just opens up so much space. There's so much space to operate and actually have some actions and offense and flow out there. He's been working his butt off too. Yes. I mean, him going for that chase down block on, I think it was Davion Mitchell, and then hurt his hand for one of the times. I don't know. Every game he holds a finger, and yeah, he's just holds like hurting. Don't do it.
Which finger was he holding up?
But I've been impressed with AD the past 2 games.
Rapid fire. One of the things I have learned is that Klay is not washed. Congrats.
Let's go.
Gotta love that. What is this? Last 12 games, 14.7 points per game, shooting 40% from 3 on 9 attempts per game. That's it. Those are the 3 Klay Thompson numbers that you need to know, and they're working, and that's been great. Good to see Klay rounded into form. It took him, took 10 games or so?
Yeah.
Took 10 games?
Yeah.
The Nico thing was a real cloud over everything.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Obvious change from when it was, like, even Naji Marshall's 3-point percentage He was shooting like 23% before Nico got fired. Nico got fired. Now he's shooting like 40%. I mean, I was holding over everything.
I don't want to like read into everything. It feels like Jason Kidd's enjoying coaching a little bit more. I could be wrong.
Well, okay. The Jason Kidd thing, is it because of the Nico thing or is it because he got an extension?
No, I meant from right now compared to the beginning, like first few weeks of the season.
I know. I'm just saying.
To go with our.
That was an Isaac drop.
Let's go. He knew Ryan Nemhard was the best point guard on the team and just held off the blame.
Okay, well, he was starting him during training camp. Do you remember that?
He saw it and it was like,
was playing him
this
with the
is
ones.
what will unlock it.
And do you remember because he always does this. He plays some rookie with the ones and we go, he's just trying it out. And I remember Kevin O'Connor posted like, oh, that would be very interesting for the Mavs to do that. And I was like, Kevin, don't fall for this. He's not going to do it. He always does this every year. And then it turns out that ended up being the right choice.
Yep, he knew it all along.
Naji last 14 games shooting 38% from three.
No, Naji's been playing so good. Tax the basket. He is like that evolution of what we used to talk about of having these wings that were just 3-and-D, and you need a 3D and 3 defense and dribble, like 3DD. And the Mavs for a while didn't have the wings that could dribble, like Reggie Bullock, Dorian Finney-Smith, like, please don't dribble the ball. And now, like a guy like Naji could put the ball on the floor. He gets into the paint. He's got a little floater and touch. Like, that's that next evolution of the wing position. And I love Naji, and I hope he's on this team. I do think he's one of the guys that if they do start selling off, pieces to go, downwards, I think he's going to be a guy that a lot of teams are going to come call him for playoff time or before the deadline.
I mean, now the Mavs roster, I've been talking about this last couple of games. They have a guard that can pass and shoot in Nemhard. They have a guard that can shoot between Max and Klay. And they have 2 slashers in Naji and Cooper. And then you have AD as the 5. As a rolling 5, dynamic rolling 5 that can defend the rim. It's like it's a NBA team now.
I will say this. I'm a little fascinated by what happens on Friday night. Caruso and Dort are not playing. And I get that not everybody is OKC. I get that. I want to see how Nemhard responds to and Wallace.
In the Miami game, I think I sent it to the text line. I'm interested to see how Nemhard plays against Davion Mitchell. And the entire game, Spo had Wiggins on.
I seen you tweet this out, and I almost text you about it because there were different times Mitchell was chasing him around. I know to start either the second half or the fourth, Mitchell started off and was like in his grill. And it was like Spo told him, do not leave Nemhard's side. So I don't think it was the entire game, but I do think that's a piece where teams going up against Dallas and they see the shots that Nemhard is helping create. I do think that we could see that. Yeah. Could we see who does Jalen Williams guard?
Right.
On Friday night. Do they put Jalen Williams on, because some teams are trying to play the smaller guy on Cooper, which has been a common thing. People do this against Jokic a lot too. But I just want to see how Nemhard holds up with his size against a and Wallace, Jalen Williams, even though Dort and Caruso's not playing. So
yeah, those are still 2 like all defense level players that would be interested to see how both Flagg and Nemhard react to.
Christie guarding SGA, want to see that. That'll be a lot of fun. Obviously, Dallas is on a little winning streak here, so they're the champs, all right. And so it just gonna, if they win that game, man, the buzz is going to be off the roof for the Mavs right now.
And the Mavs played them tough at the beginning of the season.
Yeah,
we were like, man, maybe there is an actual NBA team in this. And
was it second night? No, it was the second night.
No, Wizards was second.
Oh, God.
Yes. What do you think the line is? Guess the line for Mavs Thunder
in OKC.
In OKC.
Yeah, I'm gonna say OKC 9.5.
9.
Yeah,
they're 21-1. They're 21-1. 15 and a half. That's the biggest line I've seen so far. Well, the Thunder.
No, that feels a little too high.
Okay, Thunder on Tuesday are 16-point favorite against the Suns.
Crap.
Interesting. And
That's
it's
a
not like the
lot.
Thunder. It's not like the Thunder play tonight. It's like the second night of back-to-back.
Guys, the Suns have been kind of fun to watch.
The Knicks are a 16.5-point favorite against the Jazz.
Is that before they get Giannis?
Friday. Yeah, maybe it's a preemptive. Thanks so much for hanging out with us on Locked On Mavs. Check the links in the description for different ways to follow the show. And come back when we have post-game shows. We'll have more shows throughout the week. Guys, thanks so much for listening to Locked On Mavs.
Peace out. Hope my kids haven't eaten
Guess
gum.
what day it is? Guess what day it is?
Boom!